I picked up this Alpine Bluetooth head unit at the wrecking yard on our last trip. It does need wiring up, but hey, here is a Metra turbo wiring kit. So it's just fly leads, can you see that? Yep, it's just open ends, and we're going to wire those up into here, solder it down, tape it up. Soldering station. Got some cutters so we can strip the wires and clean everything up. Also picked up an antenna adapter because I listened to the radio a fair bit in that car. And this is a full GM 1980 to 1996 install kit. So it should be good enough to install any CD player of any size into any GM of the 80s. Now I would record all of this, but there's two things. Number one, I've misplaced my tripod, so I'm not going to be holding this up the whole time. But also, if you do want to see it, we do have an old video of that, installing a CD player into a Forester. So you can just go back through time, find the videos of my old white Forester, and there is a video where I install a CD player much like this into that guy using one of these exact same kits. We've got the harnesses done up and soldered. Got the antenna adapter. This is a Metra turbo kit to install it. So how this will work is the factory cage comes off and it bolts in through these holes. There's some extra screws in the kit to hold that on. Then we're going to put the cage in here. Then the CD player will slide into the cage, and then we put the trim ring on. It'll look like that. We need to get this guy out. So there's a screw here, and then in at the top. So I'm going to pull out the vents. I don't know if you can see, there's a little push pin in here. Let's do that. That makes it snap back to give you the clearance you need to get up in here. Also got to pull out these bolts here. And then there is a third one buried in behind the HVAC control. Okay, tape deck's out. There's our wiring, antenna. This is this. That's going to attach to this. Black, white, blue. Got this mounted, CD player snapped in, putting on a trim ring. There you go. There. Okay, get the switch box back in. And actually, you know what? Let me find the key and just make sure this thing even works. Just don't forget I pulled this out of a wreck. Do that. And okay. Antenna. Apparently we got David Bowie. Rad. That's working, so now I just need to button this up. Great. Should come up and remember the radio station it was on. Alpine.
Done.
Tuna.
Your team is there.
98.9.
That's all it takes.
You're there.
Visit
That's all it takes. Okay, so that is part one of the stereo upgrade. Next is going to be, we're doing the corner speakers, and I've got some 6x9s for the back. May as well show you part two. Kicker 6x9s, kicker 4x6s.